Alright, so hello everyone, my name is DRG and I'm here to play some Block Desert Online, so before do, let's play. We're already at the mountain of Eternal Winter anyway, so let's go. Whoa.
What a day.
Seriously, those rocks piled up like a tower overnight. I have no idea where in the world they came from. This is the Tripath Junction at Awena's tail. You don't look like a Serendian to me.
What does it matter? Leomar said to allow passage to anyone coming from the swamp, no matter who they may be.
Yeah. He did say that. Well, come on in. It may be a bit chaotic around here. Well, you'll know once you see it.
Am I seeing things? No. Did you come from the swamp teeming with those mutant monsters?
Quality over quantity. That's
Alas, the roads are almost complete. That which my forefathers began.
What happened here last night? What are the guards doing? Are they being paid to sleep? The Serendian wagon heading to Ailton will be arriving soon. The deal's going to be called off before the ink even dries. Leomar, you need to fix this. Wasn't your dream to make this place a mecca of trade?
Of course, of course. Although my ancestors couldn't take up a spear to pierce the dragon's eye, they were able to take up a pickaxe to carve out this junction. Clearing those rocks will be a cinch. Do you know who I am? After multiple generations, I finally built the bridge between Serendia and Ailton. Oh, I'm sorry for greeting you so late. I heard you came up from the swamp. Usually I would have treated you to a drink and listened to your exploits. A junction abuzz with travelers to and fro should be abuzz with adventurous tales as well. But it seems like you're no trader. What brings you to my junction? Aweena's kiln. Those amazing ancestors of mine. They have truly done themselves proud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Just internal musings bubbling to the surface. Though it is connected to this wondrous junction, a tale told at a trading hub should come at a cost. Ah, I know. Can you do something about those rocks? As someone that can pass through a swamp teeming with mutants, I'm sure it'll be a cinch.
Why is my mercenary out here doing hard labor? And why am I whispering? Unlike your brooding buddy, I am not the type to run away. Put down the pickaxe and quickly come with me. Our Baron of Bloodlust is angry again. Unlike your brooding buddy,
Put that
To make a
275-year-old
profit than Serendia.
I cannot fathom why you would be plinking away out here. I'm sure your clever black spirit could have suggested a better alternative.
oh gosh, you didn't hurt them, did you? Sorry, I'm still kinda new to acts of senseless violence.
Leomar, or whatever he is called, he bears the countenance of a master manipulator.
Oh? You're into physiognomy? Me next! What's my face say?
It is clear this Leomar is obsessed with stories and rumors. If Aweena's kiln is connected to this junction, then he likely has records of its legend.
Who goes there? What are you doing?
I guess we're out of options. Go outside and check the contents of the book, surreptitiously. I would advise you quit your demolition work and we make an expedient exit.
Hey! Why are you carrying me off? Now I look like your accomplice! I did nothing wrong!
A fair few silver.
Amazing. Simply amazing. How about we draw something up in a more official capacity?
Leomar, sir, I think we might need to hire more guards. The soldiers discovered a poisoned needle nearby.
Instead of just hiring more, how about we fire the lot and start fresh? How can we trade here when we are constantly in danger? That poison needle, I'm sure it's the work of that fugitive, Jordine. That menace should be lying low, so why stick his neck out here? Having discovered signs of his presence here, we, as Serendians, cannot sit idly by.
Of course, of course. This new friend of ours will handle it. Jordine is quite the famous fellow, so I'm sure you know who he is, right?
My chief, we must leave. We shall make for Black Mountain, forbidden though it be. The great founder beckons us. Was it youth's folly that bade them go? Although these lands were home to Aweena, witch of ruin, she who taught us how to rob dragons of their breath, these wastelands can be called home no longer, made barren as they are by the heat emanating from the cave. The heat of which he spake was much akin to the heat of passion that burned within. My chief, you cannot join us, for since the great witches perished, harsh winters have plagued these lands. The cold will take you before we reach where the great founder beckons us from. But here you shall know warmth until your final days. To speak true, I had never any intention of accompanying them. But know this, said he, you will always be our chief. That will never change, be we here or in places far. So I say, I hope you shalt remain steadfast to the very end, for us. And verily, we arrived at the crux of the matter. Remember how we implored of the Great Witch, why doth the heat of the cave radiate without end all year long? Our query was met with laughter, but now she doth laugh no more. I told myself it could not be, that he would surely not ask this of me. If thou live truly for the good of the tribe, then I beseech you, destroy Awena's kiln. The source of that incessant heat must lie someplace beneath. If we find the source, we shall have untold power over the other tribes. I know not why, but I simply nodded. Please, do all within your power until our return, and pray remember, you shall forever be our chief.
Our family was a little different, even in Dregan. While everyone else sharpened their swords to fight the dragons, we sharpened our pickaxes. The huge boulder that was blocking this junction continued to be whittled down through the ages, until now. Did I gain anything from it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing, I tell you. However, I truly believe my ancestors made the right choice. They forged the path that connects Serendia to the Mountain of Eternal Winter.
What? Then Owena's kiln? Was the stone once blocking this junction? Oh, what do we do? It's been completely destroyed! Oh no, no! Owena's kiln...
Ah! You scared me. Who is this white-furred fox?
Leomar, sir. We need you down there now. The demi-beast researcher finished investigating those rocks.
Soon!
The piles of rock are actually a type of species found on Everfrost called Takium. They usually inhabit the Mountain of Eternal Winter.
Seems they died at Awena's tail almost immediately, due to the heat that radiates directly from the ground. A phenomenon unlike anything found elsewhere.
What? Why would a creature from Everfrost come all the way here?
A dreadwinter tree has also apparently put down roots nearby. To discover that the darkness from the mountain would spread all the way here.
What? I heard rumors recently that a ghost now haunts the mountainside. If it's true, take those cursed stones from here, out of my sight. You Abets took all the stones that came of Awena's Kill's demolition. It is clearly written in my ancestors' records.
What? Us?
Darn it, Griffith! Go back and finish your job. I will be offering a prayer tonight. Cursed things, be gone!
Well, I think it's best for us to be the ones to bury them. People are getting anxious. Let's head inside.
Over here! What's this noise about us taking the rubbly remains of Awena's kiln?
I'm glad to see you at a place like this, but I also seem to have been caught off guard. Well, I can certainly understand why you didn't take your studies on my area of expertise, winter trees, seriously. However, how can you not know the history behind the furnaces symbolic of ale?
Huh? What are you talking about? How is that connected to Awena's kiln? I'm lost.
Curses. What a fine waste of time this has been. 2 days fully wasted thanks to you. It is my nature to prepare for every eventuality, but your unpredictable idiocy consistently blindsides me.
Huh? How'd the murderous Spectre get in here?
Do you have anything else to say?
People are starting to get suspicious. They have begun to monitor my movements. Lady Durrett can't even pen a letter without scrutiny. This is likely to be our last encounter.
Jarrett? Oh, that letter we saw in the hut! Aw, bitter buddy. You had a girlfriend?
How dare you, you lowly fox! If you speak such slander of Our Lady again, my blade will split your throat, and your next mention of her name will be a whistle on the wind.
Let's hear the rest of it. About Awena's kiln.
No, the moon has fallen. We need to find that Dreadwinter tree first. If we don't do it tonight, then last night's tragic events may well unfold again.
No, Puteau. Stay there. Lando will be the one to purify the winter tree. This will serve as a very expensive teaching fee for reteaching you the basics of our history.
Seems like everyone is super mad right now.
Can you tell?
Might be better to head.
I hope you learned your lesson this time. Stop causing so much trouble for everyone. Ale, the first Dira Betts to leave the Zavir Highlands. It is known to be the first day he stepped hoof on Awena's tail. He went near a blinding light that shone from afar, as if someone was fiddling with a mirror. As he approached, he saw an old man crushing Awena's stones. Ale looked at the stones, wondering at the old man's motives. "There's mysterious powers within those stones," said Ale. Then the old man said, "They're just strange hot stones, completely useless." But not to Ale. He was certain they contained mystical powers. "In that case, allow me to buy them." "Just take them," said the old man. "I was tossing them out anyway." "No," replied Ale. "I can't just take such precious stones." So he left to get oak pills of grass and a horse to trade. He gave these to the old man the next day, who took them reluctantly. He did the same the following day, and the next. Ale continued to trade his oak pills and horses for the old man's stones. He took all the Awena stones he traded for to the Zavir Highlands. Then one day, on his way to Awena's tail, Ale came across a large group of humans. They belonged to another Highlands village, not far, so he asked them, "Where are you going?" "The Great Founder beckons," was the reply. "Then who will guard the village in your stead?" asked Ale. The villager considered this. Ah, would you protect it, Ale? We know you to be trustworthy. That day marked the end of Ale's journeys to Awena's Tale, and the last day any Abets would leave the Zephyr Highlands again. That night, a light smoke drifted up from Ailton, from a kiln Ale had constructed out of Awena's stones.
Oh. It's coming back to me now! I think I had a dream about this once.
You likely just fell asleep during your lesson.
The sleep-talking seed can only truly slumber within Awena's kiln. Though Awena's kiln has been dismantled, we should be able to use a furnace constructed from the very stones of the kiln to complete the witch's trial. We could have saved ourselves a lot of time if you actually paid attention during your own history class.
That? But then I would never have gotten to do your elite soldier training thing.
Charcoal workshops here have a kind of furnace, commemoratively called a kiln, that burns hotter than any other. Thankfully, one of Mr. Charbonneau's charcoal workshops is nearby. It is operated by his first son.
He's left it in the hands of his workers while he's traveling abroad, but as it's still of the Charbonneau name, we should have it at our disposal.
You should go first. It will be dangerous to move together with the guard on alert.
I'll take the fur ball and go first. Make sure that you are not followed.
I am not a furball!
Oh, sorry. We've yet to be properly introduced. I'm Tabadai, a winter tree researcher in Ailton. Over here is Puteau, Ailton's oak pill researcher. I heard you took care of the winter tree that appeared by Charbonneau Villa.
It isn't a tree that would usually take root all the way out here. It's a clear sign the mountain is in pain. We need to investigate the situation further.
Please come visit us in Ailton sometime. Our most hospitable chief would welcome you with open arms.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Well, you're surprisingly early. For someone arriving from the land of the morning calm, anyway. Why is everything taking so damn long when we need but a single use of their furnace? The owner seems to have indeed left for the city. Of course, as our luck would have it, the owner hired a replacement who happens to be from Serendia. I will leave this to you, then.
Bloody goblins! They start slacking, you throw them in the furnace! You got any idea how backed up we are here? Get in line! Look, Mr. Furry Fox, I already told you. If you really want to be the first in line to use the furnace, I'm gonna need you to take care of those, tasks I gave you.
Seriously, this guy's requests. Just ask for the moon while you're at it. A full day of physical labor? As if I'd ever agree to that. Look here, you! I'm gonna go tell old man Charbonneau!
Look here, you! I'm gonna go tell old man Charbonneau! I'm altering the deal. 2 days. Pray I don't alter it any further. I have Charbonneau's complete trust. That's why I'm in charge while he's off gallivanting. And what I say, goes. Bloody goblin! Bloody goblin! Need to use the furnace, you say? Bring me, the foreman, my proper dues and not this coupon. What say we leave?
Albicesta. Puertesco.
We've got some really dense snowfield cedar here. And newcomer came with it for free. He even claims to have entertained the great nobles of Calpheon. What?
As I said, I'm from Heidel. I'm, under the...
Oh, swept off to Calpheon then, I take it? So, what's with the get-up? You some sort of performer?
Kind of. I played the role of a nimble chipmunk that toyed with an eagle. The role of the eagle was given to an actual live eagle. They tossed me out after that.
I'm not sure if you're daring or just stupid! You should be happy you got away with your life! Oh, my gut's aching from laughing so hard. Anyways, your name is Richie the Nimble Chipmunk? Okay, fine. Richie, before you get suited up, we've got a little tradition to uphold.
Did they learn this from the back alleys of Calpheon? I was wondering where I'd seen your face before, Jean-Louis. Selling your own family to be a Calpheonian lapdog? How did a mongrel become the leader of some back-alley thugs in this corner of the world?
How do you even know? Who are you?
To go so far as to change your identity. You've a talent, mutt. Did you enjoy yourself? Why are you standing around? Get started.
Okay. I make now. Let's get to setting up a Wiener's kiln. Oh, it feels so good to be in charge. First, we need chopped wood. There's gotta be a pile of it somewhere. Aha! There's a cart to move the wood. Can you bring it over here? And we need the clay that was delivered from the Arethia's Belt Workshop. Go check in there.
Why are you standing?
Okay. Well. Looks like you've pushed a cart or two before. Now we've just got to get the wood into the furnace. Okay. Now we wait. Shouldn't take long. Why is this not done yet? We need this, like, now! Okay, time to activate my trap card. I was saving this one, but... Ta-da! Now then, just gotta let it percolate. Oh, that's not...
You idiot, what did you do?
Nothing. This should be right. Maybe a smidge too much magic powder.
You fool of an Albet! What did you put in there?
Oh, this looks bad. Oh, real bad. It's like the research lab fire all over again. I'll take care of the furnace. You're on firefighting duty.
Out of my way! If I leave this to you, the whole place will burn down. I call forth the power of Belmorn, like it or not, to clear the disaster wrought by our ill-fortunate fox.
We survived!
It seems that whilst in your company, I shall never know a moment of peace.
But you know we're still killing it.
The sleep-talking seed can only truly slumber within Oweena's kiln.
You! Lend us your aid!
What's he doing here? Richie, are you certain you're in the right place?
I was supposed to go to the Euless Citron orchard. I was told the wagon was bound for the orchard, so I got on and...
Lando, this friend of mine could use some rest. Is there anywhere he might rest his weary legs?
Wow! Look at you dropping the F-bomb. Great idea, though. I could use a break. Moslin's Euless Citron Orchard is near here. Oh, man. Just thinking about a glass of tangy citron juice. Ah! I completely forgot about Prince Barhan's quest.
She did say, should Prince Barhan come to the valley in the distant future, there was something she wanted him to have.
This parchment written in the ancient Highland text. We were supposed to deliver it to Moslin's Euless Citron Orchard.
You were entrusted with a quest from Prince Barhan? I see. I didn't realize you were in such high demand.
Yeah, you see that? See how popular I am? If our age was based on our popularity, I'd be like... super old. Wait, I know that look. Oh yeah, we're getting up to no good. I'll stick with him. You don't mind going on ahead without us, right? We need to teach these ruffians a lesson for all the mean stuff they said.
Go ahead and take the geriatric lady killer with you. I have business to attend to here.
Mm-hmm. Saying you're that way, I just remember. I just remember something in your youth.
Dwarf!
Aren't our little citron kernels? This seed has come from pop.
Are you Richie the Nimble Chipmunk? You don't really look like a chipmunk. I'm sorry, Pa. We were supposed to get a new worker here today. If you aren't Richie, is this your first time at the orchard? If that's the case, can I try to pitch the orchard to you? Yes, Pa! This is the one and only Euless Citron Orchard, located at the bottom of the Mountain of Eternal Winter. Let me give you a bit of background on our orchard. The seeds used here came from across the sea, Pa! From the secret Euless warehouse on Papu Aurora. I forgot the rest! Anyways, our customer satisfaction is currently at 300%. And over there, is rumored to be a scary place haunted by a ghost. So, remember to steer clear. We also have strawberries we brought over in secret. And if you want some citron seeds for your farm, talk to our friendly Moslin. What do you think? Oh, it's the first time I've ever seen a fox like you.
You look pretty, interesting yourself.
Come, we've been waiting for you. Bah! Where did you get your outfit from? It's so pretty.
Thanks.
This den of incessant harpies.
Oh, I didn't know we had guests. And Lando, it's good to see you in such good spirits.
Old man Charbonneau asked me to deliver this to you. It's about Prince Barhan.
Well then, I'll prepare us some tea inside. Take your time, though. Look around. Come in when you're ready.
I'll save my eardrums the screeching and wait outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the first time.
It may seem like just a simple citron orchard now, but this was the birthplace of Prince Barhan's mother, Queen Maruman. I was Maruman's... No, her Hillsworn name was Baram. Throughout our childhood, we were the closest of friends. My closest friend, Baram. The queen of a kingdom, Maruman. However, she was once the shaman's heir, and walked the path of prophecy. Then, one day, she suddenly ceded her position to Invish, and was secretly wed in a marriage of state.
Huh? But doesn't being heir to the shaman also make marriage a big no-no? Are you saying she broke the law?
She said it was an agreement between nations, but Ailton is too small to be called a nation, don't you think? She said little else on the topic. Her stance was that this was one of the trials on her path of prophecy. King Torme falling in love with her. Her being whisked away to the desert kingdom, Valencia. Though she did promise to return to the Mountain of Eternal Winter once she has completed her trial in Valencia.
Look, I don't know too much about the Big L yet, but why marry King Torme if she just thought of him as a trial?
Who knows? That is something only Baram would know. She did, in fact, return to the mountain as she promised, and before the Highlands embraced her, she gave me something. The single child that she bore with King Torme was the first prince of Valencia, Prince Barhan. Barhan Nesser.
Mm-hmm.
If Barhan ever comes looking for my memento, give him this, along with the Hillsworn name.
On the bed. Oh, no.
Is this the memento Queen Moruman asked you to give to Prince Barhan?
Yes, it is. It is written in Gardaka's code. The cipher of the Prophet of Valencia.
Look at these weird symbols. Twins? Love? Yeah, I've got no idea.
Prince Barhan will understand. Now let me prepare you a gift. This is a huge weight off my chest. I thought, what if I pass on before the prince comes looking for it?
Okay.
Strawberries! Go get them! Leaving so soon?
Why the long face? I'll definitely be back. I do expect a 7-citron dish spread when I return, though.
Excuse me, Pa?
Just figured you'd want to treat the future Khan to...
Moslin asked us if we would like to go see a place where people the world over gather.
Hey, you papu chatterboxes. Let the guests go already and get back to work.
What a party pooper. Anyways, oh yeah, I have something for you. This is the citron seed for farming. It's filled with the vitality of the mountain.
Barhan, stop digging any further. Baram had no choice. Please, understand.
So guys, how about we mosey on over to Ailton?
No. We need to go complete the third trial.
Lord Jordine.
Hmm?
Thank you for helping me. Thank you so very much again.
Long ago, you were dragged off to Calpheon and made to be a fool. Think of this as recompense for not being able to protect you back then. But from this day forward, speak not my name, or the events of today will continue to haunt you. Banish all thoughts of me. It's plenty enough if only I remember.
Wow, our dark dandelion sure knows a lot of people. Seemed like him and that goblin go way back, didn't it?
I need none of your concern. Where do we go from here?
Over there. Trust me, the third trial is most definitely in that direction.
That's just the road to town. You're going to town, aren't you? You don't actually have any idea where the third trial is.
Yes, of course we're going to town. Oh, lovely Ailton. Surely even your demon legs must get tired.
I have no interest in sightseeing. There's no town better than Hydael anyway. Now that I think of it, I've seen our bets across the continent. How come you've never left this place?
Only those who walk the path of prophecy can leave the Highlands.
The path of prophecy. Is it some ascetic practice? As a foreigner, I can't fathom why such a law exists. That aside, Aren't you the heir of the Khan? You'd think such a clean piece of parchment would hold ink better. No wiser citizen would heed your word, and that does seem to be most. You need to be disciplined in the art of kingship, as it's taught in Serendia.
Yeah, considering you just got done saying, "There's no better town than Hydael." Kind of a pot and kettle situation here, don't you think?
Read the clue about the third trial.
The third witch is Bronte, the Witch of Thunder. The molar that stewed in the furnace's fires wishes to sit atop Bronte's bolt tree.
Let us return to that farm. Marslan, was it? She'll have the answer, I'm sure of it.
Hey, have a little more faith in your companions. In 2 trials, how many times have I steered us wrong? Twice? That's nothing. Remember Professor Tabudai? The Winter Tree researcher we met at Awina's Tale? Let's go find her. She holds a seat on the Ailton Grand Conference. But she's probably at Snowstorm Guard Post training her disciples. I mean...
To Snowstorm Guard Post it is, then.
Alright.
Hey, you aiming to get chewed out? Get your act together. Like 3 mercenaries from your lot already ran off. This is a breach of contract. There's penalty fees for that sort of thing, you know.
The Manul mercenaries keep asking us for shift rotations ahead of schedule. They're shirking their responsibilities right in front of you. Are you blind? I already knew you were lacking any real wartime experience. But at least listen to those with the experience you lack, no matter how high the pay. We can't continue to work in a place like this. We quit! If you have any complaints, be sure to bring it up with Odelphin at the office. But if you want to talk with us, bring me your captain. They didn't just abandon you here while they ran off like chickens, did they?
This here's the Snowstorm Guard Post. Hired through Odelphin's mercenaries office, were you? I'm only gonna explain the situation once, so listen up. Our mission is to defend this location from the Okjinshini. Ailton is to our backs. We're the town's last line of defense. What are Okjinshini? Well, they're creatures, to be sure, so remain vigilant.
Is such incompetence catching?
What did you say?
If you heard not, I must have spoken not. We came here looking for the Winter Tree researcher, Tabudai.
You scoundrel! If I wasn't on duty right now, I would have...
Are you looking to test your skills?
Tabudai is no longer here. She left the post to investigate the tree at Bronte's Bolt.
Good. We were in search of that tree ourselves. Let us head there. You, we have need of a guide.
Who gave the order to abandon your post? Are you a madman? Huh? I'm the one in charge here. You, which mercenary guild are you from? Oh ho, that attire. Any chance you're one of Billow's rookies? Do you know who I am? I'm Aijin. I was chummy with Billow's baby brother before you earned your first coin.
What's with all the ruckus? Why is Aijin blowing his top?
Oh, Gunbold! Look at these big, strong mercenaries I've brought you.
Hmm? Ah, it's been a while. Still the jokester, it seems. But I did warn you. This place is dangerous. You shouldn't be here. I promised you'd be the first to know if we find any trace of the Khan. Though, while you're here, pay a visit to Temujin at the training ground. We finally got a hold of some injured winter tree spirits, but Temujin is terrified of them. It would be great if you could go over and give him a hand.
Oh, so you wrangled some up, huh? Wow. I suppose I could lend a hand. Be right back.
Uh-huh.
You scoundrel! If I...
Lando, still a young and foolish Abetz, was naive enough to bring you here. And I don't care what you came here to do. You shall not pass. Especially if you intend to bring along Lando, the heir of our Khan. But I am the commander of this post. If you have something to say, I will listen.
As someone that bore the fangs of the lion and fought for our freedom, it pains me to see you in such a state as this. You recruit far too many mercenaries, causing them to bicker among themselves while you stand there without an inkling of concern for the infighting that ensues. You say they merely need to stand guard, but they let us in, complete strangers, without the tiniest bit of suspicion. You're so filled with fear of your enemies, you can't even imagine going to fight them on the field. How do you plan to win a war like this? Is Ailton sitting atop a gold mine, hiring all these third-rate mercenaries that enlist to do a mediocre job and collect their pay? If you've not struck gold here, then these people are being bled dry for nothing. If you too are mercenaries, then you will need to work for your money's worth.
You are 100% correct. I fully acknowledge my complete incompetence 100 times over. Guess I needn't worry about leaving Lando's life in such capable hands. Let's continue talking inside. I'll get the drinks ready. You look fairly young. Sure you're even old enough to have seen war?
Seen war? I'm constantly embroiled in it.
Oh, spoken like a commander. Leadership experience is pretty impressive for one of your age.
I apologize if I am unmoved by the praise of a third-rate commander that can't even keep a mercenary army of this size in order.
This guy's got fire in him. Once you get older, you'll learn. The world has no outcome brought about without reason. But anyway, you said you're looking for Bronte's Bolt. We were looking for the Yenics, I see. We have a saying around here. There are 4 seasons within the winter, and they revolve around the Yenics.
And you're telling me this because...
Right now, out of the 4 winters, this is the winter that courts death. Best to stay out of winters like this. I shall allow you passage to Bronte's Bolt. But there's a catch.
We are not taking Lando.
This guy, sharp as a blade he is. The Abets that once called those ruins their home gather there. Talk with them, and they will help you with your trial.
Do you know any Talmudized?
We must be careful.
To have coal.
I'm just... Oh.
Hell, my dream is to...
Even while food is all...
What's with nothing left but to... It's a big from Commander Gunbold. Phew. Well, I think you can lend me a hand first. The soldier in charge of rationing just picked up and left without a word. Sheesh. I thought we were kind of close. Seems I was mistaken.
You can do the cooking. I will ration it.
Everyone is starving.
Empty bellies make for empty talk, as they say. Everyone is starving. Empty bellies make everyone is...
You can do the cooking. I will ration.
Now I feel like I can survive. And wow, this tastes so much better. Did we change cooks?
Ganbold told us to ask you about Bronte's bolt. I'm truly aware of how hard it is to rebuild from utter ruin. However, I must know the details. Could you assist me?
It's such an old tale that most of them won't remember. However, forgotten tales are somewhat of a specialty of mine. Paternal Chief Records Officer at your service. A few days after the humans had left for the forbidden Black Mountain to meet the Great Founder, a new group of humans arrived and began to uproot a white tree devoid of leaves. "Why are you uprooting this tree?" Ale asked, to which the humans replied, "This lightning-struck tree was once Bronte's, the Witch of Thunder. She used it to teach us how to tear off a dragon's wings. We were grateful for her wisdom, but when storms came, lightning would set the tree ablaze. Now the witch is gone, as will we be soon, who will douse the flames that threaten to engulf our village, until all that existed here exists no more upon our return." Ale thought a moment. "There's no need to uproot the tree. We will keep it safe in your absence." But the human replied, "Would you take the witch's wisdom from us? Only we can rule over the dragons." And with that, they uprooted the tree with finality and left. But Ale couldn't stand it. Much like the dazzling light at Awena's tail, he felt the tree calling out to him, this time in painful moans. His tears began to flow, but when they hit the ground, in their place grew another tree. As for the humans' fears, well, they never came to be. After the witch's death, an eternal winter befell this place.
Then, ultimately, as soon as it rains, lightning will strike the Bronte's bolt tree.
It is nearly impossible for rain to fall there by natural means, Actually, it is impossible. But for Invish, the sage of the Abets.
Everyone, get up and head to cover! It's Professor Tabudai. She's returned with grave injury from Bronte's bolt!
Professor, take this oak pill of flames. It will slow the spread of the poison.
Poison? The Okjinshini are using poison?
Gonbold, no. It's not the Okjinshini. It's you. From Awena's tale. Is Lando here as well? Bring him here. I have something urgent to tell him.
No, what should I do? Why are you pounding about like that? Is there any law saying a soldier can't be afraid?
Look at this! It's a winter spirit! How did they catch it alive? Didn't anyone ever tell you not to build houses around sick little trees? What did you say? Professor Tabudai? Oh, okay, I'll go right now. Professor Tabudai! Huh? What is that odious scent?
It's poison. Don't inhale too much of it. I don't have much time. Listen carefully. Tell your quick-footed friends in your fleeing fox squad, was it? Do you remember your lessons on the ecology of winter trees? It's of little matter now. There are two ways the winter trees survive. First, by getting carried off on the winds of Everfrost. Much like dandelion seeds, the farther the seeds travel, the stronger the mountain becomes. Second is by the Okjinshini planting them. Return, return, they sing. Planting them because they have a superstitious belief that Libresca will return when she sees the jade light of the winter tree. That's why I believed the Dreadwinter trees were also planted by the Okjinshini. However, I was wrong.
Professor, you need to save your breath. The poison will...
A monster that I've never seen was planting a seed near Bronte's bolt tree. And as soon as the seed was planted, it sprouted and grew. The very Dreadwinter trees we saw. They are using the winter trees as some sort of indicators. So we need to tell everyone in the area of the Mountain of Eternal Winter to find all the locations where the Dreadwinter trees took root. Also, get them to safety until these indicators have been analyzed.
What about the monster? Did it flee?
Probably. But it couldn't have gotten far. I bound it with the tooth of the swamp when it wounded me.
A new enemy. A new threat. Commander Gonbold, I have a proposition. First, I need you to evacuate everyone at the refugee camp to Ailton. Send your fastest men to the southern and eastern watchtowers. As for the rest of your soldiers, have them assist the villager evacuation. Then, have them all gather here and stand in formation. Unfortunately, we have zero knowledge about this new threat. But, if you focus on mustering the best defense you can here, that will allow us to go out in search of the monster. However, if we are successful in vanquishing it, Then you must help us make a lightning bolt strike the Bronte's boat tree. This blood likely came from the Professor. We'll follow the trail to the monster. So this is Bronte's boat tree. Huh. The monster is definitely still close by.
Whoa. Seeing your skills up close, I was right on the mark about you. During my entire life at the bottom of this mountain, I've never seen the likes of... What are you doing?
I'm taking its poisonous fang. We'll surely have need of it.
Hey! What are you standing around slack-jawed for? Follow his lead! You intend to stay weak and defenseless?
I've never once seen this monster on the path of prophecy. To think that the Okchinchini weren't the ones responsible for the Dreadwinter plantings.
Commander Gunbold made us a promise that he would aid us in making lightning strike the Bronte's boat tree. Is it you? The one who will aid us with the witch's trial?
That's correct. Pardon me for the late introduction. I am Invish, the shaman of the Abets.
You've all been planted, oh great shaman.
To think I would use the last gift the witch bestowed upon the humans that settled this site.
I have no idea what that is, but if I were a betting man, and I am, I'd say it's something amazing.
Though we dared to forget the wisdom of lightning. Please, just this once, forgive us of this sin, and bestow, once more, the wisdom that tore the wings of dragons.
It's like a miracle.
Someday, far in the future, I'm sure it will be told as a tale of mere fiction. On the path of prophecy, this is known as the Star of the Winterland. A Winterland world blanketed with snow. There, all worldly boundaries are erased, as the snow unites all within as one. A majestic castle that pierces the heavens, and the tattered tenements that loiter unseen in its shadow. The radiant beauty, the festering wounds, all become one in the ever-mounting snow. This is why we love the Mountain of Eternal Winter. We believed it would be eternal. That was our hubris. After the mysterious explosion at the Sherakan iron mines, a sound we hoped would never be heard echoed from the mountain, from the silent haven of slumbering origin. A steady crackling, likely from the Yenix, since the haven is the cradle that embraces it. Obviously, the Yenix was lost long, long ago. However, before we could make sense of it all, these monsters began to appear. If it is a life birthed by the mountain, we cannot raise arms against them. Please, take on this burden that we cannot, so that the Mountain of Origin may keep its peace.
The fourth witch is Lesha, the Witch of Fever. The star of the Winterland seeks the face that it lost, where life and death cycles in the heavens. For the first time since we started this journey, I can confidently say I have no idea. But, Master Shaman, you know, right?
Where life and death cycles in the heavens, that would be at the end of the Path of Prophecy in Jade Starlight Forest.
The Oak-Jinchini's Jade Starlight Forest? That Jade Starlight Forest? That's where my dad went and never returned from! No, it's too dangerous! Why does it have to be there? I can't go with you guys! Oh, what'll you do without me to save you?
As if that's of any concern. I never expected you to be useful. We just need to cut down whoever gets in our way. Let's go.
Please, tread carefully. Our Khan, the leader of the Abets, may still be alive. Whatever you do, please, don't do anything that would put him in danger.
When did the Oak-Jinchini destroy this place?
After he entered the Jade Starlight Forest.
Then he is most likely dead.
No! How can you say such a thing?
If you are the heir of the Khan, you must look the ugly truth of reality in the eye. Then search carefully for any sign of hope. I'll ask again. Why did you want to climb that mountain?
Then allow me to make this one request. Please talk to the Bahitram people at the entrance to the Jade Starlight Forest first. There are those that have observed the Oak-Jinchini for much longer than we. They could have seen signs that we might have missed.
Let's move quickly.
However, we Bahitram...
If you plan, it's difficult.
They call the place Can you give my...
There's a price I pay for using this borrowed power. Damn it. I should never have brought it forth. I reacted too emotionally earlier. Some old memories resurfaced.
You were sent by the Abet shaman, Invish. It pains me to say this, but there is no path through the forest that will completely avoid the Oak-Jinchini. I completely understand where Shaman Invish is coming from. The Abets and Oak-Jinchini were once on quite good terms. Until that changed, this used to be a place of meeting. The Abets Chief Hunvish and the Oak-Jinchini Chief Floki were extremely close. So close that they would sit together, even during blizzards, to eat oak pills and drink together. Both are of the Mountain of Eternal Winter, and both are children of
But soon after the recent mysterious explosion at the Shirikon Iron Mines, events beyond our understanding started to occur at the Abet's most sacred place. A place they considered their site of origin. Ultimately, the Khan came to the forest in search of the truth. He brought no guards, perhaps as a sign of trust. However, that evening, we definitely heard it from high atop a hill. The forest was filled with screams that night.
Was the Khan tortured?
No. It was the screams of the Oak Jinshini. I cannot fathom what happened. However, we are certain the Khan did not re-emerge from the forest, and the angry Oak Jinshini set about destroying the village.
So, someone slaughtered the Oak Jinshini.
When the Oak Jinshini lose all physical strength, their souls return to the flame of origin and they are reborn. Therefore, as long as their origin flame isn't extinguished, they cannot die.
Would one such as a Khan have acted so rashly with this knowledge?
As I said, his trust was enough that he went in unarmed.
However, there was one thing that was strange. The leader wasn't with the group that attacked the so the Oak Jinshini chief Loki has also completely disappeared. What in the world happened in the forest?
But why do you want to go into the forest?
Where life and death cycles in the heavens. Is this the flame of origin you mentioned before?
Ah, yes. It is also referred to as such. But you can't go there right now.